A world without war, a dream within reach, the roar of cannons, the shattering of bombs. These are the sounds that have haunted humanity for centuries, leaving scars on the landscape of our collective memory. The cries of the innocent, the tears of children who have known nothing but fear and loss. These are the true costs of conflict, the human faces behind the statistics. For millennia, these sounds of war have echoed through our history. From the ancient battlefields of Greece and Rome to the trenches of World War I and the bombed-out cities of World War II, war has been a constant companion of human civilization. But what if we could silence them? What if the landscapes of our future were not marred by the remnants of conflict, but instead flourished with the beauty of peace? What if war itself could become a relic of the past? Imagine a world where tanks and guns are displayed in museums, not deployed on battlefields. Where monuments commemorate not just the end of wars, but the enduring peace that followed. This is not a naive dream. It is a vision grounded in the belief that humanity can learn from its past and build a better future. A future where children can play without fear, where communities can thrive in harmony. It is a vision within our grasp. Through unity and cooperation, we can reach out to one another, bridging divides and healing wounds. We can create a world where peace is not just an aspiration, but a reality. The United Nations, since its inception, has held the flickering torch of peace. Founded in the aftermath of the most devastating conflict in human history, the UN was created with the hope of preventing future wars and fostering global cooperation. Now it's time to fan that flicker into a blazing beacon, a beacon that not only guides us away from the darkness of war, but also illuminates the path towards a brighter, more peaceful future. A beacon that illuminates a path towards a world free from the scourge of war. A world where the light of peace shines brightly, guiding us towards understanding, compassion, and unity. Imagine a world where differences are settled through dialogue, not destruction. Where leaders come together to discuss and resolve their issues, rather than resorting to violence. A world where diplomacy and negotiation are the tools of choice. A world where nations stand united, not divided by borders and ideologies. Where the flags of different countries wave together in harmony, symbolizing our shared humanity and common goals. A world where the machinery of war is dismantled and resources are redirected towards progress and prosperity for all. Imagine the possibilities if the trillions spent on weapons were instead invested in education, healthcare, and infrastructure. This is the world we can build, a world where communities come together to nurture the earth and each other, where children from different nations plant the seeds of peace and watch them grow. This is the promise of the United Nations. A promise that with collective effort and unwavering commitment we can create a world where peace is not just a dream but a reality within reach. The iconic blue helmets of UN peacekeepers are a symbol of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. These helmets, recognized globally, represent a commitment to peace and stability in regions torn apart by conflict and strife. They are more than just a piece of equipment. They are a beacon of hope for those who have lost everything to the ravages of war. The sight of these blue helmets often brings a sense of relief and safety to civilians caught in the crossfire. Knowing that help has arrived, they stand as a testament to the possibility of international cooperation and the pursuit of peace. The United Nations, through its peacekeeping missions, showcases what can be achieved when countries come together for a common cause. These missions are a blend of military, police, and civilian personnel, all working in unison to maintain peace and security. The diverse backgrounds of these peacekeepers highlight the global commitment to peace, transcending borders, cultures, and languages. But their current role is limited, often relegated to observing conflicts rather than actively preventing or stopping them. Despite their presence, peacekeepers are sometimes constrained by mandates that limit their ability to intervene directly. They are often placed in volatile regions where their primary task is to monitor ceasefires and report violations. This passive role, while important, can be frustrating for those who wish to do more to protect vulnerable populations and prevent further violence. Imagine a world where these brave men and women are no longer simply observers. but the vanguard of a truly unified global peacekeeping force. Envision a scenario where peacekeepers are empowered to take decisive action to prevent conflicts from escalating. This would require a shift in how peacekeeping missions are structured and the authority granted to them. It would mean equipping them with the necessary resources and support to act swiftly and effectively in crisis situations. A force comprised of soldiers, not from individual nations, but from all nations, united under the banner of the United Nations. This global army would be a melting pot of cultures, skills, and experiences, all dedicated to the singular goal of maintaining peace. The unity of such a force would send a powerful message to the world that humanity can come together to protect and preserve peace. It would be a living embodiment of international solidarity and cooperation. This global army would not be a tool of conquest or domination. Its mission would be purely humanitarian, focused on protecting the innocent and upholding international law. The presence of such a force would deter potential aggressors, knowing that the world stands united against violence and oppression. It would be a force for good, dedicated to the principles of justice and human rights. Its sole purpose would be to uphold peace and security for all humankind. This force would be trained not just in combat, but in conflict resolution, mediation, and humanitarian assistance. They would be equipped to handle a wide range of situations, from natural disasters to complex political crises. Their presence would provide stability and support to regions in turmoil, helping to rebuild communities and restore normalcy. It would stand ready to intervene in conflicts, not to take sides, but to enforce ceasefires, protect civilians, and ensure the delivery of humanitarian aid. This proactive stance would prevent conflicts from spiraling out of control and reduce the suffering of those caught in the middle. The force would work closely with local communities, understanding their needs and providing tailored support. Their efforts would be guided by the principles of neutrality and impartiality, ensuring that their actions are fair and just. With the collective might of the world behind it, this peacekeeping force would act as a powerful deterrent against aggression and a symbol of global unity. The knowledge that the international community is willing and able to intervene would discourage potential conflicts and promote peaceful resolutions. This force would be a testament to what humanity can achieve when we work together, transcending national interests for the greater good. It would represent the rejection of war as a solution and the embrace of diplomacy and cooperation. The existence of such a force would underscore the importance of dialogue and negotiation in resolving disputes. It would highlight the value of peaceful coexistence and mutual respect among nations. This vision of a unified global peacekeeping force is not just a dream, but a possibility that we can strive towards, ensuring a safer and more peaceful world for future generations. The benefits of a world without war extend far beyond the absence of violence. Imagine a world where the resources currently funneled into the insatiable maw of military spending are redirected towards the betterment of humanity. The impact would be profound and far-reaching, touching every aspect of our lives and transforming our societies in ways we can only begin to imagine. Imagine the resources currently funneled into the insatiable maw of military spending being redirected toward the betterment of humanity. Trillions of dollars, now dedicated to developing weapons of destruction, could be invested in education, healthcare, sustainable energy, and the eradication of poverty. These funds could build schools, hospitals, and renewable energy infrastructure, providing a foundation for a brighter future. Trillions of dollars, now dedicated to developing weapons of destruction, could be invested in education, healthcare, sustainable energy, and the eradication of poverty. Imagine classrooms filled with eager students, hospitals equipped with the latest technology, and communities powered by clean, renewable energy. The possibilities are endless when we prioritize human development over conflict. The constant specter of war casts a long shadow over human progress. It leaves cities in ruins, disrupts lives, and creates a cycle of suffering that can last for generations. The resources spent on rebuilding after conflicts could instead be used to prevent such devastation in the first place, creating a more stable and prosperous world for all. It breeds fear, mistrust, and instability, hindering cooperation and development. When nations are constantly on edge, preparing for the next conflict, they cannot focus on building a better future. Trust and cooperation are essential for progress. and a world without war would foster these values, allowing us to work together towards common goals. In a world without war, nations would no longer view each other as potential adversaries, but as partners in building a better future. International summits would focus on collaboration and innovation rather than defense and deterrence. The spirit of cooperation would lead to unprecedented advancements in science, technology, and global well-being. Scientific collaboration would flourish, leading to groundbreaking discoveries in medicine, technology, and environmental protection. Researchers from around the world could work together without the constraints of political tensions, sharing knowledge and resources to tackle the greatest challenges facing humanity. This united effort would accelerate progress and bring about solutions that benefit everyone. Cultural exchange would break down barriers and foster understanding and appreciation for the rich tapestry of human experience. Festivals, art, and music from different cultures would be celebrated, creating a global community that values diversity and inclusivity. This cultural enrichment would enhance our lives and broaden our perspectives, making the world a more vibrant and harmonious place. The eradication of war would unleash a wave of progress and prosperity that would benefit every man, woman, and child on this planet. New infrastructure projects would spring up, creating jobs and improving quality of life. Communities would thrive and families would enjoy the peace and security that comes with a world free from conflict. It would allow us to finally address the root causes of suffering and create a world where everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential. Humanitarian aid projects would focus on long-term solutions rather than emergency relief, and education initiatives would empower individuals to achieve their dreams. In this world united in progress, we would all have the chance to contribute to a brighter future for ourselves and future generations. The path to a world without war is not without its numerous obstacles. The complexities of international relations, the deeply ingrained notion of national sovereignty, and the sheer diversity of cultures and ideologies present significant challenges. One of the most significant hurdles is the issue of national sovereignty. The idea of ceding military power to a global entity would undoubtedly face resistance from nations accustomed to protecting their interests through their armed forces. Trust in the UN's impartiality and effectiveness would need to be absolute. Moreover, the governance of a unified global army would be incredibly complex. Ensuring fair representation for all nations, regardless of size or influence, and preventing any single nation or bloc from exerting undue control would be paramount. Cultural differences and historical grievances could also pose challenges. Building a cohesive force that respects the values and traditions of all cultures while upholding universal human rights would require sensitivity, understanding, and a commitment to dialogue.